translation method, one on direct method, and another on communication language teaching. All these three videos gave me a lot of theoretical knowledge. I got to know how these methods actually look when they are executed in a classroom. And in my opinion, I liked the CLT classroom the best because I could experience that we were all allowed to express ourselves very freely. There were no judgments, unlike these two methods where accuracy was focused on. In CLT, we were allowed to say, we were allowed to give our opinions. We were not judged for our mistakes. Hence, it boosted our confidence. The challenges that we as a group faced during the recording of the videos. First of all, the classroom management was very difficult. We had to coordinate really well so that we could take the video. Also, we had to rehearse and memorize the dialogues and enact it in a way that it looked natural, so that it doesn't look like that we have memorized it. We had to act very naturally, and none of us are actually natural actors. We had to take many retakes because some of us made mistakes. It was actually very difficult to stick to the script as well because we all had our own ideas and beliefs regarding the methods. Um, and in my opinion, biggest challenge that I faced was coordinating with my friends during the making of the video. I had to read the script many times to know when to say, what to say. Also during the CLT, I had one doubt and I still have it. It is said that we should not correct the learners immediately so that they are encouraged to say more, to speak more. But still, errors should be corrected, right? So I still am in doubt when it should be corrected. When is the right time for the errors to be corrected?
To share my experience on language teaching methods. The language teaching has evolved through various methods. The first one is GTM, that is grammar translation method. The focus was on translation and grammar rules. Uh, More focus was laid on written accuracy rather than speaking or fluency, and it was mainly dominated by the teacher. Whereas the other two methods, that is direct method and CLT method, it was they were very comprehensive, and they are focused on communication, increasing the communication abilities of the students. They were not so dominated by the teacher. There was participation among the students. And the direct method, the teaching was done using real life objects, and in the CLT, teaching was done through communication among the student. Group work was emphasized in that. While suiting these methods, we also faced a lot of challenges, like there were time constraints. We are bound to some limited time, and there were technical problems like editing and voice. The voice were not clear while shooting, and there were lack of classrooms, and we have lack of time as we were near to our semesters. So we faced coordination, also faced challenges like coordination among our friends. Despite of all these challenges, we managed to shoot these three videos, and we also uploaded three videos in YouTube channel, that is Upschooling by JB. That's all.
Among all the three methods, I like the CLT best. In the CLT, classroom atmosphere was lively, interactive. Students worked in small groups and they were given task-based activities such as planning a picnic. Language was used merely as a tool for communication rather than an isolated subject. Students shared ideas, discussed, and solved problems together. The teacher acted as a facilitator rather than a dominator.
On language teaching, and one is grammar translation method, and another is direct method, and the last one is communicative language teaching method. But I like the direct method more because the teacher role is crucial here, and the teacher put all the effort to make his student learn speaking skill and listening skill. Here, the both the teacher and student role are crucial. The teacher use sentences and the student repeat it and learn the language.
Because it is communicative language teaching, students express their thoughts freely. They are never judged by the teacher or the students. And in grammar translation method, there is much use of mother tongue. And in the direct method, there is no use of mother tongue demonstrated with activities. In my opinion, students uh, don't feel free to express their thoughts. During three tasks, we mostly engaged in the CLT method. The problems are time management and cooperation between our friends, and also one is video editing is was very hectic. And mostly I interest preferred CLT methods during my classes.
I like the communicative language teaching. The students were free to express their own idea, and according to NEP 2020, we we make our pedagogy student center. So it is student center because actively participating in this communicative language teaching, and the challenges were faced in this method, that was lack of the knowledge of video editing and student cooperation.
According to the assessment, teacher used one of those three methods of language classroom.
I like the CLT method because in that method the students have have more exposure than the other two videos, because they can freely express their thought and they are never judged. And in the grammar translation method, there is heavy use of mother tongue, and there is no interaction between the teachers and student.
Grammar translation method, in that method the teacher used mother tongue, so it was very easier for us to deal with that teacher in that period. And in other direct method, it was clearly linked with the real life situations and the real life things that we had in our class, like the book or the table. So it was very interactive, and it based on the classroom participation of students. It was very practical in real life situations, like how we order foods, like how we asking for directions, like this. And it is not based on teacher dominated classes. It is based on students participation, like we worked in groups and interact with our friends. In the grammar translation method videos, focuses on grammar rules, translation, and overuse of mother tongue, and students are passive listener. In the CLT classroom is more interactive. Grammar translation method, there is that that follows the rules of the grammar.
Get practical experiences in your classroom teachings.